Well, this is our annual prediction of how bad will the hurricane be based on the name of the hurricane.
Very scientific stuff.
Yeah, because you can tell something about a person based on their name, and I think we can tell something about a hurricane based on the hurricane name.
Yeah. All right. So let's go through. We'll go through each one of these. It's something we've done for years, both on the radio and off. So we start with Andrea. Innocuous.
Not worried about
the first
Andrea.
one is never the big one. The first one, the tropics haven't been percolating enough for the first one to really be a bad one. So Andrea, not so much.
Not worried
What
about
do you think
Barry.
about Barry?
Barry's fine.
Yeah. Barry just kind of as well.
Barry seems like a nuisance.
Yes.
I think if I knew someone named Barry, they're a nuisance.
Barry's going to come over and be like, hey, can I borrow your car? Or, I got something going on in my house. Can I stay here for a couple nights? Or, you got a couple extra bucks for, I'm sorry, I didn't bring any cash with me and they don't take cards here. I'm Barry.
Barry doesn't know when to leave the party.
Yes, you are correct. You're very correct. So Barry doesn't bother me.
What do we have? What is that? Chantel?
Chantel maybe, don't underestimate Chantel.
Yeah.
Chantel could kind of be a little bit Karen-y in that if she doesn't get what she wants, Chantel will let you know it.
Okay.
So maybe mark one for Chantel of a possibility. I'm not saying it's going to be huge, but keep an eye on Chantel.
Maybe we should attach a category. What category is Chantel going to get to?
Oh, yeah. Chantel could be a 2. I think a 2, probably more likely a 1.
Yeah.
Maybe to a 2.
That's what Chantel.
Yeah.
Now, Dexter worries me.
Correct. Because of the show.
I think because of the show.
Yeah. And Dexter's Laboratory. Both of those Dexters could bring some chaos. So I'm going to go category 3 for Dexter.
I'm going category 3. It seems kind of like a hardy, like a farmhand would be named Dexter.
And they're going to reap their revenge. Yeah. And I think Dexter will be our first major one.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think when Dexter comes around, you got to prepare yourself. And I do have funny feelings about Erin, and I don't know why.
I don't. Erin doesn't bug me. Even with the spelling, Erin doesn't bug me. Neither does the next two either. It is a girl, Erin, but I'm more worried about Chantel than I am Erin.
Okay.
Especially with Dexter in between. Okay. That's the biggest thing I'm worried about. I'm not worried about Ferdinand. I know he's a bull.
We might split on this, but I'm saying Erin is a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
I'm saying Erin doesn't even get to a cat 1.
You don't even think it becomes a hurricane?
I think she sputters out. And she just, a cyclone Erin just flutters away.
I'm with you, Ferdinand. Not a problem.
No. And I don't really feel that way about Gabrielle either. Or Gabrielle, I should say. Doesn't really scare me too much. The next one kind of does, though.
Humberto.
Right. It's just exotic. It's Humberto. Yeah. Humberto is going to be, for me, cat 2. Could go up to a 4. But I think definitely Humberto is going to... He's got just some swag. Like, Humberto's got some swag to it. Like, it's not going to just peter out. It's Humberto.
Humberto's going to be one of those ones that comes through, swings around, and hits again. It's going to do one of those weird loop-de-doop things that sometimes they do.
You thought that was gone, but Humberto is back.
Yeah, Humberto
just
never
when you
leaves.
Thought that was gone, Humberto is back. Humberto never leaves. Just like the berry.
Uh-huh. Amelda.
4. I think 4. If
4.
Berto doesn't get you, Amelda will. I just think Amelda Marcos in my mind. And so I'm very, out of all the lists, all we've talked about thus far, Amelda scares me the most.
Amelda,
right now.
Yeah. And it feels like one of those names that they're going to retire.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think that's what happens. It feels like it's going to be. It has the gravitas that it'll be bad enough that this will be the last year they can ever use Amelda.
Yeah, I got no problem with Jerry's gonna be nice. He's just gonna fly right by. Jerry's not gonna be an issue.
And despite the connotation that comes with the name Karen, not an issue this year.
All bluster, right. No real follow through. All bluster, no follow through.
That's exactly right.
Lorenzo, I would be more worried about if Humberto wasn't already there. Lorenzo maybe gets Cat 1, maybe.
Lorenzo hits New England.
Yes. You know what? Good call.
Lorenzo hits New England, and the people up there get really uncomfortable because it's a Latin name.
Yeah, because it's Lorenzo.
Right.
It's like Falcon Crest. Lorenzo Lamas back in the day. There's a deep hole for you. Melissa. I know a lot of nice Melissas. It doesn't really do anything for me. Nestor is a long-eared donkey. I don't know if Nestor really scares me either, to be honest. Any thoughts on you, Melissa or Nestor?
Nestor, I have a feeling I'm going to put between a 1 and a 2 on Nestor, just because it's a name I've never heard before.
You never heard Nestor, long-eared donkey?
I mean, I've heard it, but I've never bumped into anybody. How many Nestors do you know?
0. I knew a Norbert and a Norberto, but I didn't know a Nestor. Here's the one that scares me the most next as we get to the final one. Olga. That is a Cat 5 going to wreck shop.
Olga, Cat 5, New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
I hate to say it.
Unfortunately, I hate to say that too, but Olga just is going to bear down on somebody. I don't know where it is. Maybe the Panhandle, maybe here, but there's no way Olga doesn't inflict some damage on someone. Yeah, that's just the name. Like, you just say the name Olga, and everybody watching, would it be the quickie that they watch later on or listening right now, you all have a vision in your head, and you go, I don't want any part of that.
Yep. Pablo sounds nice.
Yeah.
Pablo's a tropical storm.
Yeah. Rebecca, the spelling throws me for a loop a bit.
Spelling, yeah. That's the thing that's got me too.
Normally I would have no problem with Rebecca, but that odd spelling makes me feel like Cat 2.
I think so. And
then
go ahead.
Sebastian also has a weird spelling, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. Yeah, you're right.
With an E in there.
You're right. Yeah, that is weird.
I don't really have a problem with Sebastian, though.
I don't either. And, well, go ahead. I'm gonna make a prediction after you get through the last 3.
Okay. Tanya. It could go either way, but I'm not too concerned. Van, I'm definitely not concerned about. Mm-hmm. Van just seems like the stooge of one of the 80s villains in Pretty in Pink, right? Yes. Like you got the main guy, and then there's Van is standing next to him like, but what about it there, Kip? Shut up, Van. And then Van just goes away with tail between his legs. And then Wendy bringing up the rear, maybe a Cat 1. But I think of delicious burgers and Frosties when I think Wendy, and that can't put any... That's not going to inflict damage on anyone.
My final prediction is the season wraps up with Rebecca, and we don't go any further.
Okay, I can see that. I will. I'm going to do the old. I'm going to do the old Price is Right, and I'm going to go. I'll wrap up at Sebastian. Okay. I will take one more after Rebecca. Mark it down. Cut. Print. Mark it down. Olga's going to bring some hell on people.
And we commit to, as these hurricanes or tropical storms crop up, we'll revisit at least the segment where the name is and see how we're doing through the year. If that's not a reason to tune into this shitty show, I don't know what is.
Hey, that's what's called stringing you along, right? Hey, it's sweep week. We got to go back to the... So now every time a hurricane or a tropical storm hits, you're going to think of us and be like, are they right or were they wrong? We'll see.